God says you must stop this as soon as possible. This is about the home you are living in. God is trying to reach you. 5 minutes left. Please open this message quickly before 11 p.m. tonight. My child, stop scrolling. If you skip this now, you will miss something heaven had been waiting to tell you. There is something sacred tied to where you live. This is not just a place of walls and windows. This is your ground of purpose, your shelter of peace, and right now it is under the weight of something I cannot let continue. You were meant to hear this, and the moment is not random. There are only a few minutes left, and I am urging you, do not turn away. What you are about to hear might just be the divine moment your soul has been crying out for. Please comment, Amen, right now, if your heart feels even the smallest nudge of truth. That simple act opens a gate between you and me. The house you are living in is not just a building. It's a space my presence desires to fill. But there is something happening there, some habit, cycle, or pattern that is slowly pushing me out. You've sensed the heaviness, you've noticed the confusion. You've felt the tension that seems to rise out of nowhere. That is not coincidence. That is me trying to get your attention. I want you to see clearly what's happening spiritually. You must stop this. The time is urgent. You must cleanse what has been allowed in. This message is not a warning meant to scare you, but a rescue to save you. Something has been invited in through words, through actions, through things left unchecked. It's weakening the covering I placed over your home. That protection, that divine shield, cannot exist in a place where my spirit is being suffocated. Your home was supposed to be a refuge, not a battlefield of unseen shadows. But there has been compromise, and now I need you to choose. You must stop this, or you risk losing the very peace you've been crying out for. You've cried on your pillow when no one knew. You've prayed in whispers and wondered if I heard. Yes, I did, and I am here. I have not left you, but the atmosphere of your home has been shifting, and you've noticed it. The arguing, the fear, the silence that feels like a storm, the disconnection even when everyone's in the same room, these are signs. I never created your home to carry this weight, but you've allowed some things to linger that must now be cut off. This is not about punishment, this is about protection. If you believe this moment is for you, comment 1111 now. Let it be your way of saying, God, I receive this. Do not overlook the power of your environment. What you allow in your home affects your spirit. The shows you watch, the conversations you permit, the music that plays in the background while you work or sleep, it all invites a spirit. And some spirits do not bring peace, they bring unrest. You've sensed that unrest, and it's not because you're broken or weak. It's because your spirit is still sensitive enough to feel me being pushed out. And that's why I'm speaking to you now. I want to restore my presence in your home. I want angels to fill the rooms again. I want your sleep to be undisturbed, your family to reconnect, and your thoughts to no longer spin out of control. But for that to happen, something must change. You must stop letting spiritual toxins pour into the place where your miracles are meant to live. You cannot pray for breakthrough while letting chaos live in your home. Light and darkness cannot live in the same space. I am calling you to cleanse the atmosphere, burn the things that need to go, turn off the voices that confuse you, say no to what invites anxiety and fear. Invite me back in. Do not think this is just about objects or habits. It is about your heart posture. Have you honored me in your home? Have you invited me to walk those hallways with you, to sit at your dinner table, to guard the doors at night? Or have you pushed me out without even realizing it? My child, I am not angry with you. I am fighting for you. You are still favored. You are still chosen. You are still under my eye. But you must partner with me. You must stop what is breaking your own blessings. You think the enemy is attacking your mind, but it started with your atmosphere. You think you're tired because of work, but some of your exhaustion is spiritual. The warfare around you has been hiding in plain sight. That argument, that delay, that sudden miscommunication, it's not always natural. Your home became a place of entry, and I want to close every door the enemy has been walking through. But I need your yes. I need your obedience. I need your willingness to let me take back what's mine. You're not losing your mind. You're being shaken awake. This is your wake-up call, and not because I'm about to leave you, but because I'm getting ready to pour out a miracle so large, your house needs to be prepared to receive it. The clutter must go. The chaos must bow. The distractions must leave. This is about more than survival. This is about your divine assignment. I will never force my way in. I knock, I wait, I whisper. But when you invite me, I will flood that space with peace again. I will breathe on your children. I will guard your nights. I will renew your strength. I will restore what was taken. But you must stop this. Stop ignoring the stirring in your heart. Stop silencing your own convictions. Stop calling it just mood swings when it's really spiritual warfare. You feel it because you were never meant to be numb to it. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. I want you to take back your territory. You're not just a tenant. You are a spiritual authority in your home. What you allow will remain. What you rebuke must flee. Open your mouth and claim that space again. Walk through your home and speak my name. There is no greater power than the name of Jesus. Darkness cannot argue with that name. Every burden you felt will lift if you just invite me back in. You've been asking for clarity. This is it. You've been waiting for confirmation. This is it. You asked me to speak clearly, and I am. You asked for a sign, and this is it. Your home is not beyond redemption. Your peace is not permanently lost. Your family is not too far gone. But it starts with obedience. You must stop what's grieving my spirit. You must stop acting like everything is fine when you know your soul has been stirring. There are blessings ready to pour. There are answers waiting to arrive. There are breakthroughs coming, but they need a clean landing ground. Clear the way. Purge the space. Let me breathe again in your home. And if this has touched even a thread in your spirit, take one moment now and like this video. Let that be your public declaration of, God, I hear you. I want you to feel how serious this is. Every time you let chaos go unchecked in your home, you give the enemy permission to stay longer. Every time you brush off conviction, every time you ignore that inner whisper that says, this isn't right, you make space for something dark to settle in. But hear me, you are not powerless. You are not helpless. You are not too far gone. I placed authority in your voice. I gave you spiritual keys to your house. You do not need to tolerate what I never assigned to you. But you must stop allowing what weakens you. You must stop agreeing with the lie that nothing can change. This house, the place you live, is holy ground. Not because of the bricks or the wood or the paint, but because I want to dwell with you there. When you come home, I want you to feel my presence. When you rest, I want angels to stand guard. When you cry, I want my spirit to wrap you in peace that silences the storm. But for that to happen, you have to open the door to me and close it to everything that doesn't belong. Please comment 222 if you trust that I am speaking directly to you right now. Do not be afraid of what needs to leave. Sometimes, the biggest breakthroughs come after the hardest decisions. Yes, it might feel difficult to stop what's been familiar. It might be painful to confront what you've been tolerating, but I promise you, what I will give you in exchange is far greater. You will trade heaviness for peace, confusion for clarity, fear for freedom. I am not asking you to clean up alone. I am asking you to let me help you do it. There are things in your home that carry spiritual weight. Words spoken in anger, objects kept out of nostalgia that were tied to pain, not healing. Memories that still live in rooms that you've tried to forget. I want to sweep through your space and bring cleansing not just physically, but deeply, spiritually. Because until the atmosphere shifts, the blessings you are praying for will keep hitting invisible walls. I want to remove those walls. You've asked for new beginnings. You've cried out for me to do something new in your life. I hear you, but I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. That means something in the structure has to change. It begins where you live. If your home isn't aligned, your mind will stay restless. You will keep searching for peace outside when I've been trying to build it from the inside. I see the nights you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, unable to silence your thoughts. I see the sudden sadness that creeps in even when you're surrounded by people. That is spiritual pressure. And I am lifting it now, but you must stop ignoring my voice. Every time you pretend you don't feel it, the pressure gets heavier. I did not create you to carry what I already died to destroy. Let me in. Let me walk room by room with you. Some of you are thinking, but I don't know where to start. Start by turning down the volume of everything that isn't me. That show you keep watching that fills you with fear or confusion, turn it off. That music that brings back wounds and memories you thought were buried, change it. That drawer filled with things you no longer need but keep as a tie to the past, empty it. That relationship that drains your spirit every time it enters your home, pray and listen to my direction. It won't always be easy, but it will be holy. And to the ones who feel guilty right now, I am not here to shame you. I came to restore you. Guilt is the voice of the enemy trying to tell you you're unworthy of peace. But I say you are loved. I say you are seen. I say your home is still redeemable. There is no mess too big for my spirit to enter. I entered tombs. I walked through storms. I touched lepers. I am not afraid of your mess, but I need your yes. Let this night mark a shift. Let the clock not strike another hour without you making a choice. Invite me in out loud. Speak my name in every room. Declare that your house belongs to the Lord. And then begin the walk of faith. Begin asking me what to remove, what to keep, what to invite, and what to rebuke. I will guide you. You are not alone in this. I've protected your home from things you never even saw. I've shielded your family from arrows that never reached you. I've stopped plans of darkness from forming because someone in that house still called on my name. Do not underestimate what happens when you choose me again. The enemy has no power where I reign. Your home can be filled with light again. Laughter can return. Unity can grow. Sleep can be sweet. But you must stop agreeing with what drains your spirit. A neuroscientist says, yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You were not meant to survive day by day, dragging your feet from one room to the next. You were made to live abundantly, to feel safe, seen, and strong. That begins with reclaiming the ground under your feet. I gave you that space as a gift. Now give it back to me as an offering. The silence that feels too loud, the anxiety that spikes at night, the tension that shows up in the smallest disagreements. These are not random. These are not just human flaws. These are spiritual signs that something has been permitted to stay that was never meant to dwell there. I've been gently showing you. You've felt my spirit stir you when something felt off. But now, I speak plainly. You must stop this. I want your home back. Comment 333 if you feel the pull in your spirit and you are ready to declare your faith today. Do not fear what I'm asking you to do. I will not take anything from you that brings true peace. But I will ask you to let go of what pretends to be harmless but drains your soul slowly. That relationship that leaves you empty after every call. That object from the past you kept out of memory, but it holds a dark spiritual tie. That routine of scrolling endlessly while your Bible collects dust on the table. My child, I am not here to condemn. I am here to cleanse. I want your home to breathe again. You've been weary because the atmosphere of your space is carrying battles that were never yours to fight alone. I see how hard you try. I see the moments you've prayed for peace in one room while pain grows in another. But what if I told you that with just one act of obedience, the tide could turn? What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for starts when you walk through your home and speak my name with boldness again? You have more authority than you think. You don't need special training. You don't need someone else to come do it for you. I've already put my spirit in you. All you need is the willingness to say, Lord, have your way here. You can take back your space. The walls that have echoed pain can echo praise again. The floor that's carried silent grief can carry the feet of joy again. This is not fantasy. This is my promise. It starts with you making a choice. Will you let me in? Will you hand me the keys to the places you've kept locked for too long? That one closet you never open, that room that feels heavy, that corner you avoid without knowing why. Yes, I see it all, and still, I want to dwell there. I want to pour light into every dark inch. I want my peace to become the very air you breathe when you walk through the door. Do not underestimate what happens when you shift the spiritual climate of your home. You are not just creating peace for yourself. You are setting the tone for generations. Your children, even if they are small, feel the atmosphere. The enemy has tried to confuse them, discourage them, and divide your family by planting seeds of bitterness. But if you say yes to me, I will tear down those roots and plant something new, something eternal. I want to make your home a place of healing. I want worship to rise naturally again. I want prayer to feel alive again, not forced or rushed. I want your mornings to begin with clarity, not dread. I want to restore rest into your nights so deeply that you wake up refreshed, not anxious. This is not too far from you. You don't have to move to find this. You just have to make room for me where you already are. You may be thinking, I've made so many mistakes. How can I turn things around now? Let me tell you something that cannot be undone, my love for you. I saw every misstep. I saw every time you let things in that didn't honor me. But I never withdrew my love. I've waited patiently. I've knocked gently. And now I speak clearly. This is the moment. You must stop what's been grieving my spirit and start letting me rebuild what was broken. please comment 555 if you are ready for God to move in your home. I don't just want to fix a moment. I want to bless the foundation. When I am welcomed back in, I begin to rearrange things that seemed stuck for years. Relationships begin to heal. Finances begin to align. Mental torment begins to loosen. The heaviness you've carried begins to lift. I am not a visitor. I am your Father. And I desire to make my dwelling with you, not just for a season, but for the rest of your days. This is not just about your physical house. It's about your spiritual house too. Your body, your heart, your thoughts. This is also your home, and I want to make my home there. That's why I've been drawing your attention to what you've allowed in. Not because I want to shame you, but because I want to protect you. You are too precious to me to let you live with poison in your system. Let me purge it. Let me heal you from the inside out. You've tried to fix things on your own. You've rearranged furniture, lit candles, changed routines. But what you need is deeper than a surface-level shift. You need me. Invite my spirit to dwell fully, not just in moments of prayer, but in every corner of your life. Let me walk with you through the hallway of your past and the doors of your future. Let me be the guard at your front door and the peace in your living room. Let me be the one who settles arguments before they start, who comforts when the world is too loud, who holds you when no one else understands. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is the hour. You do not have time to delay. Every moment you postpone this obedience is a moment the enemy continues to steal what is rightfully yours. Joy, peace, rest, clarity. I gave those to you freely, but they cannot thrive in a space filled with spiritual clutter. You have the authority to cleanse it. You have the power to shift it. I am with you, and I will not let you do this alone. You may think, God, why does this even matter? It matters because the space you live in is the space where your spirit rests. If your surroundings are filled with confusion, chaos, or darkness, your spirit carries the weight of it. Your prayers begin to feel dry. Your joy gets harder to hold. Your mind becomes a battlefield. And yet, all along, the place where you're supposed to find rest becomes the very source of unrest. I never designed it that way. I want to turn that around. Let me remind you of something. I am a God of order. Wherever I am, peace follows. Wherever I dwell, light fills the room. And if your home has been lacking peace, if joy seems rare, then I am asking you today, will you let me cleanse it? Not just with words, but with action. You must stop allowing certain things to continue. You must stop entertaining what robs your peace, and you must stop tolerating what you were born to cast out. Comment 1212 if you know God is calling you to reset the atmosphere in your home right now. There are things, little things that seem harmless, but they carry weight. The music that seems catchy but carries messages of rebellion, fear, lust. The shows that glorify darkness. The conversations that constantly circle bitterness and offense. These may not seem dangerous, but they open the door to confusion, anxiety, and spiritual heaviness. The enemy doesn't need a wide-open gate, just a small crack. And I'm asking you today, close the cracks. You've been anointed to be the gatekeeper of your home. What you allow in has the power to bless or to break. I have given you discernment, and though at times you've questioned your feelings, You've known when something wasn't right. That movie you turned off halfway through, that phone call that left your spirit unsettled, that object in your room you keep feeling unsure about, all of it was me speaking. And you don't have to understand it all. You just have to obey. There are blessings I want to release into your life, healing, provision, restoration, but the landing ground must be ready. It cannot fall into a space clouded with noise and confusion. I want to speak to you clearly, but if the volume of the world is louder than my voice in your home, then you won't hear me. This is why I'm calling you to act. It's not about judgment. It's about preparation. I am preparing you for something, and it starts in the place you spend most of your time in your home. You've prayed for peace. You've asked me to fix things. You've wanted change, but you didn't know where to begin. Start here. Walk through your rooms. Speak my name. Claim the atmosphere. Declare that every spirit that is not of me must leave. You don't need special tools. You need faith and your voice. That's all. You have my authority. When you speak in alignment with me, the enemy has no choice but to flee. Comment 777 if you are ready to reclaim your home as a place where God is welcome and darkness cannot stay. There is freedom waiting on the other side of your yes. There is a freshness coming that will make your house feel new again. There is a wind of my spirit that will blow through your halls and bring clarity where there was confusion, light where there was heaviness, and rest where there was torment. This is not a fantasy. This is your inheritance as my child. I don't want to just visit you. I want to dwell with you. I want to be part of your ordinary moments. When you cook, I want to bring joy. When you wake, I want to speak peace. When you sleep, I want to guard you. But I cannot dwell where I am pushed to the side. I will not force my presence. I wait to be invited. I wait to be honored. And when I am, everything changes. The spiritual world is real. What you allow in your home creates an atmosphere that either draws my presence or repels it. That's why I said you must stop this. Not out of punishment, but out of love. Because I see what's trying to come against you. I see what's been slowly draining you. I see how the enemy has tried to wear you down by using the place you were meant to be safe in. And I will not stand by and do nothing. I am intervening now. I am giving you this chance to turn things around before it steals more from you. You are not alone in this. I am going to walk with you through every change you make. I will give you wisdom. I will give you clarity. I will confirm it when you ask me what needs to go. And I will give you courage when it feels hard. But as you do this, you will feel the shift. You will feel peace grow. You will feel heaviness lift, and others will notice. People will walk into your home and sense something different, not because of decoration or style, but because my presence will be resting there. The enemy's greatest fear is a home that honors me, because a home that honors me becomes a place of miracles, and that's what I want for you. I want to release healing, breakthrough, restoration, joy, real joy. But it must begin with your yes. This is your moment. This is not just about tonight. This is about the days to come, the future you're building, the generations watching you. You may not realize it, but your obedience today plants seeds for your children, for your family, for those you haven't even met yet. One decision to make your home a place of peace can change everything. So, will you do it? Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long. buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. That uneasiness in your spirit, that sense that something is off, it's not imagination. It's not just fatigue. It's discernment. It's my spirit in you, trying to show you that the place you live in is not aligned with my presence like it once was. It may have happened slowly, a few compromises, a few open doors you didn't recognize. But now the atmosphere feels different, and deep down, you know it. That's why I'm not just speaking, I'm pleading. You must stop what has been grieving me and start welcoming me again, not just into your life, but into your home. Please comment 999 if you believe this is for you and you are choosing to invite God back in fully. You're not crazy for feeling like the air around you has changed. You're not weak for wanting to step away from certain things. In fact, that sensitivity is a gift. It means your spirit is still awake, still in tune with mine. Don't silence it. Don't ignore it. That feeling you've had when you walk into a certain room, or after a certain person leaves, or when a specific song or show plays, that's me, letting you know something is wrong. I never meant for you to adjust to chaos. I meant for you to live in my peace. You've tried to make your home feel peaceful on the outside, cleaning, decorating, lighting candles, rearranging furniture, but the unrest remains. That's because true peace is not about what you see. It's about what you allow in. If your space is filled with voices that don't reflect my heart, with words and images that dishonor me, then peace cannot stay long. My presence cannot dwell where rebellion is entertained. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being surrendered. If you want to shift the atmosphere, it's not just about removing things. It's about replacing them. Replace the noise with worship. Replace the clutter with prayer. Replace the darkness with my light. Open your windows and speak my name out loud. Walk through your rooms with purpose. Anoint your doorways if you must. Declare that this home belongs to me, and I promise you, what has been lingering in shadows will have to go. My light exposes everything. My name makes demons flee. You don't have to be afraid of what you'll uncover. I will guide you through it. I will show you what needs to change. I'll whisper when you pray. I'll speak clearly when you ask. And I will confirm what you already feel. You won't be doing this blindly. You'll be walking in step with me, and with every step, you'll feel lighter. You'll feel more at home than you've felt in months. Not because the walls have changed, but because my presence will fill them again. Comment 1010 if you're ready for God to move through every room and restore what was lost. The enemy wants you to believe that this is just how life is, that homes are supposed to be filled with tension, that constant stress and disconnection are normal, that sleep will always be restless. But I say no. I say that where my spirit is, there is peace. I say that I give rest to the weary and strength to the broken. I say that your home can be filled with joy again. Laughter can return. Trust can be rebuilt. The coldness can melt. But it starts with obedience. You may not be able to control every person who walks through your doors, but you can choose what you allow to stay. You have authority. When I gave you that home, I gave you spiritual ownership. It is not just a place you live, it's a place you rule. And what you permit will remain. What you cast out must flee. Stop thinking you are powerless. You are filled with my spirit, and where you speak my name, the enemy cannot linger. You've cried out to me, asking for a sign. And here it is, not a voice from a mountain, not a thunderclap from the clouds, but a whisper in your heart, a message in your hands, a divine interruption in your day. I am reaching you now, because time is short, because something is trying to take root in your home, and if it grows any deeper, it will become harder to remove. But I will help you. Nothing is too rooted for me to tear out. Nothing is too broken for me to restore. I don't just want to fix what's wrong. I want to rebuild what's missing. I want to pour out new oil over your household. I want your rooms to echo with worship. I want your family to be united in love. I want every person who walks into your home to feel my presence so strong that they don't want to leave. But for that to happen, you must take the first step. You must clear the space. Go through your home with me. Open every drawer, every cabinet, every forgotten place. Ask me what needs to go, and I will show you. I will give you peace as you release it. I will give you joy as you make room for me. You will not miss what you remove. You will not regret the obedience. In fact, the moment you say yes, I will begin to fill your home with a peace that you haven't felt in a long time. Don't wait until everything falls apart. Don't wait until the damage is too deep. Right now is your moment. Right now is when the shift begins. You prayed for peace. You cried for rest. You begged for clarity. I am answering you. Will you listen? I'm not speaking to the crowd. I'm speaking to you. This is personal. I know your address. I know your heart. I know the battles no one else sees, and I am telling you, this is the door. Walk through it. Some of the things that trouble your spirit didn't come from you. They entered quietly through what you tolerated, what you thought didn't matter, or what you didn't realize carried weight. That's how the enemy works. Subtle, quiet, harmless on the surface. But I see deeper, and I've been warning you. That discomfort you feel when certain words are spoken, that unease when something plays on your screen, that heaviness when someone walks in the door, don't brush it off. It's not just in your head, it's spiritual. It's me showing you that your home needs cleansing, and I am here to walk you through it. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You don't need to fear what's been in your space. Darkness only has power where my name is silent. But when you speak my name, Jesus, everything changes. What was hidden is exposed. What was strong begins to crumble. What felt heavy begins to lift. I have placed power in your mouth. You don't need to scream. You just need to speak with faith. You are not speaking to air. You are commanding the atmosphere with the authority I've given you. Please comment 1515 if you believe your home is about to be filled with God's peace again. There is no room too far gone for me to enter, no family too broken, no house too dark. All I need is your yes. You may feel unworthy. You may think your past disqualifies you. But none of that stops me. I specialize in entering broken spaces and turning them into sanctuaries. What the world saw as ordinary, I call holy. And what others walked away from, I step into with compassion. I'm not afraid of the mess. I'm not asking you to have it all together. I'm asking you to let me in. There's a reason this is urgent. Because time is moving. And what's been hidden in the corners of your home has started to affect your mind, your rest, your relationships. It's not just a coincidence that arguments seem to rise for no reason, that anxiety climbs when you're alone, that certain rooms feel cold even when the heat is on. These are not random, they are signs. And I am speaking clearly now, because I love you too much to let this continue. This home of yours, it's a place I want to bless. I want to walk its halls. I want to fill it with laughter again. I want to make it a resting place, not just for you, but for my presence. A safe place where your soul breathes, a refuge, a well of strength, and it can be that again. But it starts when you begin to remove what's been taking my place. Go slowly, but go boldly. Ask me to walk with you through every room. Ask me to show you what's causing unrest. I will reveal it. That object that feels strange, that playlist that stirs up emotions you've been trying to heal from, that habit you've excused for years, that influence that keeps drawing your attention away from me. I'll show you what needs to go. And when you obey, you'll feel it, the shift, the lifting, the peace. I will rush in like a wind, and you will know I am with you. Please comment 1717 if you are ready to walk in the boldness God gave you and cast out everything that doesn't belong. This is not just about removing things, it's about restoring what was lost. You've forgotten how it feels to sit in silence and feel peace. You've forgotten the joy of waking up with hope instead of dread. You've adjusted to living with pressure, but I never meant for you to carry that. The pressure doesn't come from me. It's the weight of a spiritual battle that's been fought around you for too long without your full awareness. But now you know, and now you can act. As you walk through this process, remember, I'm not watching from a distance. I am right there with you. When you speak my name, I am present. When you pray in your hallway, I am standing with you. When you sing, even softly, angels respond. Heaven fills the room. I've longed for this moment where you and I partner to take back the ground that was always meant to be holy. Don't think your home is too small or too unimportant. There are no insignificant places when I am invited. The tiniest room becomes sacred when my spirit is welcomed. I will meet you in the quiet corners. I will sit with you in your pain. I will break off what has tormented you in silence. I will pour out peace that no storm can shake. But this is a partnership. I need your action. I need your yes. You may face resistance. Not everyone will understand why you're making changes. Some may mock your obedience. Others may try to convince you that you're overreacting. But you must remember, they don't hear what you hear. They don't see what I've shown you. This is your calling. This is your breakthrough. And what begins in your home will overflow into every other area of your life. Your obedience today will protect you tomorrow. Your boldness in clearing out what doesn't belong will make space for blessings you haven't even imagined. I see what's coming. You've prayed for breakthrough, for answers, for healing, but it begins here, with your home, with your heart, with your surrender, and I will do the rest. This is your chance to say, God, take over, not just in word, but in action. And when you do, I will come like a flood, not to overwhelm, but to wash clean, to renew, to fill, to protect. You've let things linger, not because you wanted to disobey me, but because you were overwhelmed. You thought, it's not that serious. You believed you could handle it on your own. But slowly, the peace started to fade. Arguments started happening more often. Fear crept in during the night. Relationships that used to feel safe now feel tense. This isn't coincidence. This is a spiritual shift. And I'm showing you how to take your ground back. This is the moment you stop letting what is not of me stay in a place I've called holy. The reason it feels like you can't rest, the reason the confusion keeps coming back, is because my spirit is being grieved in your home. But I have not abandoned you. I have stayed close. I have waited patiently. And now I am knocking on the door again, asking to come in, not as a visitor, but as Lord. Not for a moment, but for the long term. Let me be more than a part of your life. Let me be your foundation, your protector, your atmosphere, your peace. Please comment, Amen, if your heart knows this is for you and you're ready to let him in fully. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may not realize this, but your obedience in this season is going to unlock something far beyond what you're expecting. There are blessings that have been delayed not because I didn't want to give them, but because your environment wasn't ready to hold them. I cannot pour new wine into an old wineskin. You've been asking me for answers, for clarity, for open doors, but I cannot bless a space that is filled with spiritual compromise. When you make room for me, when you cleanse what's been invited in without discernment, everything begins to shift, not slowly, immediately. I want you to start walking through your home with purpose. Don't just clean the surface, clean the atmosphere. Speak my name aloud. Declare that no spirit, no presence, no energy that is not from me has permission to stay. Open the windows, let the light in. Let praise rise from your lips, even if your voice shakes. You don't need to be loud. You need to be faithful. There is power in your voice when it speaks my truth. There is protection when you call on my name. Some of what you're battling didn't even begin with you. It entered generations before you. But you've been chosen to stop it. The anger, the fear, the sudden sadness that follows your family, it's not normal. It's not just life. It's been a spiritual assignment, and it ends with you. When you open your mouth to pray, when you anoint your space, when you turn your worship music on and turn off the things that grieve my spirit, you are tearing down strongholds that have stood for years. You may be the first in your bloodline to choose me with this kind of boldness. And because of your choice, future generations will live in peace. Please comment 222 if you're ready to break generational chains and restore what the enemy tried to destroy. I will help you. You don't have to do this alone. When you take one step, I take 10. When you make one change, I send angels to fill the room. When you say yes, I bring the strength. You do not need to know everything to begin. You only need to start. I will meet you in the middle. I will confirm what needs to go. I will highlight what needs to stay. You've never done this before? That's okay. I'll teach you. Just keep saying yes. I don't want you to live in fear. That is not what this message is about. This is not about being afraid of what has happened. It's about realizing what's possible when you let me take over. You've been trying to feel safe in your own home. You've been trying to find clarity in your confusion. But you don't need more effort, you need more of me. Let me flood your home with light again. Let me rebuild the joy. Let me remind you what real rest feels like. There are blessings sitting just outside your door, waiting to enter. They've been delayed, not denied. But your yes today will open the door to them. Miracles are waiting for obedience. Healing is waiting for surrender. Clarity is waiting for quiet. When you make space for my spirit, what you've been praying for starts to arrive. Not because you earned it, but because you finally made the room for me to release it. You've tolerated too much noise for too long. The voices of fear, of confusion, of distraction, they've filled your space. But my voice is still and strong, and it only takes one moment of stillness to hear me clearly again. Turn down the volume of the world. Silence the chaos. I will speak again. I've never stopped. But now, your heart will hear me like it used to. This is not a temporary emotional moment. This is a holy invitation, a divine reset, a heavenly call to realign. If you ignore it, you may continue walking in cycles that drain your spirit. But if you respond, you will walk into a season of peace so deep that others will wonder what changed. They won't understand that it began with a decision, a simple, private, quiet yes that you made to me. Your home is sacred, your presence in it is powerful, and your obedience is what makes the difference. You don't need fancy words. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to open the door. I'll do the rest. You're not just fixing a house. You're breaking chains. You're resetting the foundation of your life. When you say yes to me in your home, you are saying yes to me in every part of your life. What begins in your bedroom reaches your mind. What you clean from your living space begins to loosen the grip on your emotions. There is a divine connection between your environment and your spirit, and I am calling both back into alignment. You've seen cycles, anger without cause, arguments that come out of nowhere, emptiness you can't explain. This is not just life. This is a sign that the enemy has had permission to linger, and that permission ends when you say, Jesus, take over. You're not helpless. You're not surrounded without hope. You are chosen, and that means you've been given power. Power to shift your atmosphere, power to speak peace, power to drive out darkness. I placed that authority inside you the moment you said yes to me. If you feel a shift happening as you read this, please comment 1111 as your declaration of faith. What you do in these next few days will matter. The things you choose to remove, the words you choose to stop speaking, the music and media you let go of, the objects you discard, these aren't just acts of discipline. They're acts of war, spiritual war. Every time you say no to what is not from me, the atmosphere around you shifts. Angels are dispatched, peace flows in, demons lose ground, and you begin to feel light again. That's what I want for you to feel, light again, to breathe deeply without tension, to sit in your home and feel joy that doesn't disappear in the next hour. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've asked me, why do I keep feeling like this? And I've answered, but now I'm moving. I'm not just whispering anymore, I'm drawing a line. You've been given this message because I am reclaiming what's mine. And that includes you, your house, and everything under your roof. No more hiding what needs to be dealt with. No more pretending it's not spiritual. It is, and I am greater than it. My name is still above every other name. When you speak my name, everything changes. You are not weak for needing me. You are strong because you are responding. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being restored. Every time you turn to me, something begins to mend. And now that you're aware of what's been happening, I will walk you through it. I will not abandon you in this process. I will not leave you confused. Ask me to show you what needs to leave. I will answer. Ask me to protect your home. I already have angels stationed. Ask me to fill your space. I will rush in. Comment, Amen, if you are ready to invite God into every part of your house and heart. You might face resistance. Sometimes when you start reclaiming your space, things feel harder at first. That's because what was hiding doesn't want to be seen. But I say this to you, do not be afraid. Stand in boldness. The enemy has already been defeated. You are not begging for freedom, you are enforcing what's already yours. You are not asking for peace as a stranger. You are, my child. Peace is your right, and I see your heart. I see the desire you have to protect your family, to create a home that is filled with love and safety. You've tried so hard, and now I am helping you carry what you couldn't carry on your own. You will not do this in your own strength. You will feel a new grace as you walk through each room, as you pray, as you listen, as you obey. My spirit will go before you, and my peace will follow you. This is not just for today. This is the beginning of a new season. I want to plant something lasting. What you start in obedience, I will finish in power. The blessing will come. The breakthrough will arrive. But first, the ground must be made ready. That's what you're doing now, preparing the soil for miracles, making room for glory. Tearing down what doesn't belong so I can build what's eternal. For too long, you've been carrying the weight of things that were never yours to hold. You've been allowing what seems normal to shape your space. But I never called you to live according to what the world calls normal. I called you to live set apart. You were not meant to tolerate confusion, spiritual heaviness, or disorder. That's not your portion. That's not the home I want for you. I want your home to be filled with my presence, not chaos, not strife, not darkness. You were created to live in peace, not momentary relief, but lasting, divine peace. This is not a surface change. This is a spiritual transformation. And it starts with obedience. It starts with your yes, not just a quiet yes in your heart, but a bold, active one in your actions. When you begin to walk through your house and pray out loud, you are breaking things in the spirit. When you throw away things that hold darkness, you are clearing room for me to dwell. When you stop playing the music that stirs confusion or watching things that open doors to fear, you are sealing your home in my presence. You are not doing this alone. I am guiding you. I am empowering you. I am pouring my strength into you right now. You may feel unqualified. You may feel unsure. But I am not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be willing. Please comment Amen if you are willing to invite my spirit to take over your home completely. Your willingness will release blessings. Your obedience will release covering. There are things I've wanted to give you, but I've waited because I care more about your soul than your comfort. I've waited because if I gave you certain blessings before your home was ready, it would only overwhelm you, or worse, be stolen. But now that you are listening, now that you are responding, I am preparing to release what I've been holding. And it's not just for you, it's for those connected to you. The protection I bring into your home will cover your children, even when they're not under your roof. The peace I release will guard your heart from attacks that used to shake you. The blessing I pour out will overflow into every room, every relationship, every corner of your life. But I must be the center, not just a piece, not just a visitor. I must be Lord over it all. The more you allow me to fill your space, the more you will feel peace replace pressure. Confusion will clear, relationships will soften, laughter will return, and it won't be forced. It will be real, because it will be built on my presence, not performance. Please comment 777 if you believe peace, laughter, and restoration are coming back to your home. I see the times you've sat quietly while your heart ached. I know how many nights you've tried to sleep but tossed and turned, your mind racing. I know about the dreams that faded because the weight around you felt too heavy to carry them forward. But I am the God who brings dead things back to life. I can restore what feels gone. I can awaken what has been asleep. And it starts now with the space you live in. This home of yours is not too far gone. You are not too late. Even if things have felt broken for years, even if the tension feels permanent, even if the memories bring pain, I can heal it. I can make it holy ground again. I can turn this place into a testimony of what happens when you give me room.